Capcom has had a rich history of vertically scrolling shooters, all the way from their arcade debut with Vulgus to the 1940-something series, along with this release from 1992, Varth, Operation Thunderstorm. While it isn't a direct sequel to Vulgus or any of those World War II airplane combat classics, it clearly draws some heavy inspiration from them and implants the core gameplay concepts into a flashy, futuristic, and frantic action spectacle. You and a potential second player control fighter pilots tasked with saving Varth, a human colony that has been overrun by machines under the control of a self-aware supercomputer. Oh man, perfect excuse for some explosions in my book. The gameplay mostly scrolls vertically as you gun your way through hordes of planes and tanks and turrets and battleships, and plenty of other futuristic cannon fodder. Your weaponry ranges from the machine guns you start out with, and other power-ups can switch your primary weapon to a wide shot or laser beam. And of course, you've also got some essential and devastating screen-wiping mega crash attacks that vary depending on whatever weapon you have equipped at the time.
Power up!
You can also acquire helpful pods that will either fire normal missiles, homing missiles, or napalm, but more importantly, these guys can also block most bullets and projectiles for you. At the start of the game, or after continue, you can choose from two kinds of pod formations, one that stays fixed in front of you, or smart pods that will revolve as best they can to guard you from any attacks from the side or behind. So these pods add a nice touch to what could otherwise be a pretty standard shooter, and the gameplay would probably be bordering on bullet hell without the added defense capabilities. But other than the pods, this doesn't really stray from the formula set forth in past Capcom classics like 1941, but there's still tons of carnage to be had. For an arcade shooter, Varth is pretty epic, with 30 challenging levels that will still take some time to complete even with unlimited quarters. And some of the boss battles won't even allow you to buy your way through them with credits, and will definitely test the mettle of any shmup fiends out there. So Varth never found its way onto consoles back in the 90s, but has gladly been unleashed to the mainstream gaming world thanks to the Capcom Classics Collection for PSP and Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2 for Xbox and PS2. Shooter fans should definitely check this one out, as it's certainly one of the better looking and most intense games of its kind in the Capcom library to date.